What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin here. Today is an absolute beautiful day here at Fort Pierce, Florida on my little 16-foot skiff, Little Salt. And today we are going out to just have a fun day on the water, doing a little bit of fishing, might do a little bit of hanging out. It's gonna be a great day. It's Labor Day weekend, baby. Summer's coming to an end for everybody else, but here in Florida, we have an endless summer. So let's get this show on the road. We got a whole flock of birds back there all diving on some bait. We're gonna go check that out. We're busy catching bait and there is fish blowing up all over here, and I just saw a tail that was pretty big come up. We got a couple nice little pilchers, but I'm gonna try catching them on an artificial first. Oh, first cast! Instant hookup on the swim bait. Looks like you got a nice little snook. Oh, he just came off right next to the boat. Nice little, probably like 14-inch or snook or so. Crushed the swim bait, but I know I saw a bigger fish in there than the one that I just had on. Literally instant hookup as soon as it hit the water. We have made it to the turning basin here in Fort Pierce, where we have the director in giant ships, and also in this area we have giant tarpon. And I'm super excited because I had a 70-pounder roll right next to the boat, literally like right here. I've seen probably 4 or 5 others just rolling off in the distance. We got a live pilchard out here on this line, just kind of dangling on the top. We had a tarpon roll just there just a second ago. There's some big boys here, and I've never landed a tarpon. I've hooked like 2 of them. Fingers crossed today's the day, because they're here. We have a live bait. Now it's just a matter of if they're biting or not. We are hooked up to our first fish. Oh, he's got the structure. Well, whatever it was, I knew where the rock was. I feel he took me right into structure, and that was it. So I'm using this rod here as a little pitch bait because we keep getting some fish blowing up against the walls over here. And I have my second rod out on a popping cork. It's the only cork I have. That's the one that's targeting the tarpon. It's kind of floating back a little bit. This one's the pitch rod for when those fish hit up against the wall, and sure enough, threw it out there, smacked it, but he took it straight down. I realized we're in 25 feet of water right now, so somehow he found a little structure that I didn't know about and cut us off. But there's a lot of fish here. It's a good sign. Re-rig. Let's go. We've been given it a second chance. We are hooked up, and we are definitely not giving them as much leeway this time, because we know that there is structure down there. Now we do, at least. Woo! Nice fish. Got him pitching right against the wall. Looks like we got a nice size Jack Crevalle. Ooh, that's a lot of bait jumping. Oh, that bait's going crazy. Oh my God, look at the bait. Oh, they're getting annihilated. Oh my God. Nice little Jack. Go. Fish on. Got some black pictures here. There we go. First snook landed of the weekend. There we go. We got ourselves our first snook of the weekend. Beautiful little, probably like 14-inch snook. Get a nice release. Hopefully there are some bigger ones out there here today. I've seen some big tails, so go for it. Woo! We're hooked up. This time on the popping cork with the pinfish. Woo! Woo! Oh, we got a nice little snook. Woo! Snook number 2 is a little bigger. There we go. Snook number 2, baby. On the popping cork. Popping cork with live pinfish. Hooked perfectly in the corner of the mouth. Here we go. I'd say probably about 2 inches or so bigger than the last. Nonetheless, still a beautiful fish. Alright, let's go ahead and get our release. Woo! Jumped out of my hands. Y'all, live bait always does the trick. Got ourselves on 2 snook in a matter of 10 to 15 minutes. So take that extra time to catch yourself some live bait, whether it's some pilchards, pinfish, mullet. Now's the start of the mullet run, but we haven't really seen too many of those mullet here in Fort Pierce yet. But get yourself some live bait and you can have a good time. So we are back at the turning basin where we saw the tarpon yesterday. Haven't seen any tarpon, but I think I just saw some jacks busting on some bait on the surface. Bait's not staying up, so I can't cast net it, so I gotta work with what I got, which is a couple of pinfish. So we got 25 feet of water here. We're going to take these pinfish, drop them all the way down to the bottom next to the seawall, and hope there is some big mama snook hanging around this area. I think there is, but I've never tried it here before, so see how this goes. And we're hooked up. Doesn't feel huge, but feels like we got them out of the rocks. On the pinfish, on the bottom. Oh, we got ourselves a keeper mangrove snapper. Okay. Or it looks like a keeper at least. Woo! Fish in the boat. Ooh, maybe do a little catch and cook today. Haven't had mangrove snapper in a while. Alrighty, we got ourselves a nice little 12.5-inch mangrove snapper. I haven't had mangrove snapper in a long time. I don't have anything for dinner, frankly, so we are going to go ahead and cook this guy up tonight. Hopefully we can get one more, a little bit more of a meal, but if not, one 12-inch mangrove is not bad. One mangrove snapper. Let's flay up this fish. Alexa, hit it!
If this is a life-threatening situation, please dial emergency services directly from your phone.
Welcome back to the kitchen, everybody. Today, it is just me. The Salty fam is on a vacation in Texas where Senior Salty and Mama Salty are getting on some redfish, tarpon, trout, drum. I mean, they are catching it up over there. But solo catch and cook today, and we only have a little bit of mangrove snapper. Show you real quick. That is our plate of mangrove, but that is going to be enough to yield a beautiful, beautiful fish sandwich. So we're not just going to fry up the fish and put it on a hamburger bun and call it a day. We are trying to make this a really good fish sandwich. So we got our vegetable oil on the pot over here. We have some nice, beautiful sourdough bread, which we are going to be throwing in the pan with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and making that taste even better. Then we're about to whip up a little bit of a sriracha mayo sauce. We got our Dukes and our sriracha here. We're going to whip that together. That's going to be our sauce. We're going to throw a little bit of lettuce on there. Call it a day. And for frying up our fish, of course, we are going to go with a mixture of Italian breadcrumbs and panko. Panko is what's going to give it that nice crispy texture. Italian is going to give it a little bit extra flavor and fill in the gaps from the panko. Let's start whipping it together. Alexa, resume the music. We got our oil nice and hot. Time for our fish to go on it. Time to plate it up. So beautifully toasted sourdough bread here with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Let's get a little bit of our sriracha mayo, a little bit of a base. Y'all remember this fish was swimming just a couple of hours ago. It don't get any fresher than this. Let's come in with the star of our show, our mangrove snapper. We're gonna do one piece, and we're making a big old sandwich. 2 pieces right there. Get a nice little hunk of lettuce on there. I'm just gonna do lettuce, no tomato, because I'm not a big fan of tomato on my fish sandwiches. Let's throw a little bit extra of our sriracha mayo on here. Let's close this up. Oh yeah, nice crunch. Now that is how you make a bougie fish sandwich. Looking good right there. All right, taste test time. Solo. Gotta get it frying first, but the sourdough bread toasted up so beautifully. I'm excited for this. Cheers, you guys. I don't care what you say, that is better than any fish sandwich you're getting in any restaurant. That's not exaggeration. Mangrove snapper, absolutely delicious. One of the best snappers in the sea. Panko breadcrumbs add such a layer of crunchiness, and I don't understand why more people do not fry their fish with panko. It adds such a great texture. When you bite into that sandwich, it's just a crisp crunch, like you're eating some old-fashioned Kentucky Fried Chicken or something. Pair that with the crunch from the sourdough bread, just a really good taste. And then you add that sriracha mayo, which adds a little bit of a kick. I mean, you can adjust that to your needs, but just a crunchy, flavorful, old-fashioned, delicious fish sandwich. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and enjoyed your Labor Day weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to be hanging out with some friends and enjoying the day, but the past 2 days we spent on the water and had a great time. Got on a couple snook, jack, and we got dinner. I mean, what more can you ask for? If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit the like button. Definitely consider subscribing down below. I'm going to go ahead and link another video I think you guys are going to like over here on the left side of the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, until our next video, remember to keep living salty.